the way to Książ Castle, we'll make a stop at Minieuroland. Located just a few minutes from the Czech border in the Polish town of Kłodzko, this unique miniature park features over 40 meticulously crafted models of famous landmarks from Poland, Europe, and around the world, including the Eiffel Tower, Mosna Castle, the Roman Colosseum, and Krakow's Cloth Hall. The park is beautifully maintained and set within blooming gardens that change with the seasons. In addition to the models, you'll find playgrounds, rest areas, and interactive elements, making Minieuroland an ideal destination for families with children. One of the biggest surprises is a charming mini zoo, home to real meerkats that quickly capture the hearts of both young and older visitors. Admission fees are very reasonable. Adults, 40. Polish zloty, children up to 15 years. 30 Polish zloty, children under 1 meter tall. Free entry. Parking is available directly at the site for 5 Polish zloty. The park is open daily from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Minieuroland offers a perfect blend of fun, relaxation, and discovery. And if you're looking for a peaceful, family-friendly outing, this place is definitely worth a visit.
What you're looking at right now is a model of the original medieval stronghold as it looked in the 13th century. Back then, it was a defensive fortress perched on a rocky promontory, surrounded by deep forests and the Pełcznica River. Over the centuries, the fortress was transformed into an elegant aristocratic residence, expanding into the grand structure we see today. Książ is now the third largest castle in Poland. For generations, it was the seat of the Hochberg family, one of the most influential and wealthiest noble families in Central Europe. The castle witnessed periods of glory, dramatic upheavals, and dark chapters of history. And now, let's explore the secrets hidden within the walls of Książ. This historical photograph captures an extraordinary moment from the time of World War I. It shows the German Emperor Wilhelm II, the Bulgarian Crown Prince Boris, and Tsar Ferdinand I, along with the castle's owner, Prince Hans Heinrich XV. Emperor Wilhelm II himself is a particularly fascinating figure. In 1918, he abdicated at Amerongen Castle, which we visited just a few weeks ago. From Książ, one of the largest and most splendid castles in Silesia, the path led directly to a turning point in European history. In this historical photograph, we see the beautiful Daisy von Pless sitting in a snowy landscape with her children, wrapped in a dazzling white ermine fur coat. She sent this image as a Christmas greeting to her aristocratic friends, but no replies came. Later, she discovered they had taken offense. According to the etiquette of the time, such a fur coat was reserved exclusively for women of royal blood. Daisy, though charming and well-liked, did not belong to that circle. A photograph meant to bring joy had instead stirred social controversy.
The golden hall you see here once served as a grand dining room for the princely family. Among its most striking features are a genuine marble fireplace and 14th century sculptures representing the four seasons. The room is dominated by golden decor and elegant 19th century furniture, which together create an atmosphere of luxury and prestige. The walls of the Grodzic room are adorned with paintings of Grodzic Castle, one of the former estates of the Hochberg family, located about 80 kilometers northwest of Książ. In the game room, we find a fascinating painting of a lady wearing a mask. Whether she is an actress from a court performance or an aristocrat attending a masquerade ball, she is dressed in a richly embroidered Hungarian ceremonial gown, adorned with gold lace, which was highly fashionable in the 18th century. But before we enter Maximilian's Hall, the true centerpiece of the castle, let us pause to reflect on a darker chapter from the 1940s. During the Nazi occupation, a vast system of underground tunnels was constructed here. These were part of the secret Project Riese and were intended to serve as a military command center or even a bunker for Adolf Hitler. To this day, the tunnels remain largely unexplored and are surrounded by many questions and mysteries. In Maximilian's Hall, monumental paintings by Felix Anton Scheffler once adorned the walls. The northern wall depicted Jupiter and Juno enthroned, surrounded by the four seasons, which also symbolized the four stages of human life: childhood, youth, adulthood, and old age. The southern painting showed Jupiter being overthrown by his father Saturn, along with allegories of the four ages of the world: the Golden, Silver, Bronze, and Iron Ages. These paintings were lost or destroyed during the Second World War, but faithful copies are now being carefully restored. Above the fireplaces were also reliefs, depicting scenes such as the goddess Ceres or the abduction of Proserpina by Pluto, riding a chariot drawn by the three-headed dog Cerberus. These motifs were meant to imbue the hall with deep symbolism, celebrating the cycles of nature and human life. The castle gardens at Książ are among the most picturesque parts of the entire estate. Their present form was shaped mainly by the Liechtenstein family, who in the 19th century created elegant terraced gardens with romantic views over the surrounding valley. You'll find ornamental flowers, statues, fountains, and peaceful corners that once served as places of rest for the princely family. The gardens are at their most enchanting in spring and summer, when everything is in bloom and the castle is reflected in the greenery like something out of a fairy tale.